Hi everyone, welcome to the first class of A Little Latte. The class will be centered mainly around these papers, but there will be a few little stamps in there or some die cuts. Now this is the stamp set that I will be using and maybe some of the sentiments, and then in here are the dies that we will be using. So far in the first card we're using these two and the spoon. I will cut the die pieces out for you. Unfortunately, I can't send stamped images, so if that's the case, then you will cut out of your paper. So this is the paper that we've got, and so this is the size that you get, which is 6 inches across by 12 inches, or 15 by 30 roughly. So this is the first one side of it, of each 6, so you'll get a sheet of each of this size, and then this is the other side that you have, so you will be able to make a choice on which design series paper that you want to use for your cards. The first card we're going to use this one here. Well, I've chosen to use this one. I haven't cut any designer series paper for you, but I will let you know the measurements so that you can cut it and make it for yourself. So the first one that we're going to do is you'll have a little kit. So it'll say card 1, which is what this video will be called, and then in here are your pieces that you need except for your designer series paper. So all of the other pieces that you've got that you need are in this little packet here. If there's die cuts for the card, then I have cut them out for you. You just need some glue and a paper trimmer to trim your paper, and maybe a stamp if you've got one. Otherwise you could print out a label from the computer. Okay, so card number 1 is, we're going to start with our card base, which is already folded for you in half. Just lost my bone folder. So you fold it in half like that, just as a normal card, like a normal card. And then what we're going to do is take the top layer of the front of the card, and we're just going to fold it back on itself, back to the center fold, and we're going to burnish that. If you don't have a bone folder, anything, a ruler will work just as well, or what else would work? Yeah, a ruler would work. I've got a ruler here. It's not very clean though. So you just run your ruler down there. It's just to kind of burnish those score marks so that it sits a lot better. Now, like I said, this is the design series paper that I have chosen to use. So we're going to take that designer series paper, and then we're going to use this panel here. And I am a liquid glue person. So you're going to just glue. You can choose, so your card base is matched to the designer series paper, but feel free to match it up with any other card bases that you get, or switch out the designer series paper for this one. There's another Calypso Coral one which will look really lovely with the coffee beans on it. So then we're just going to pop this here like that, and we're just going to leave a nice little edge. And I've cut mine so that the joins in the plaid is what you wear in a Scottish kilt uniform, goes there. Alright, and then we're going to open this up, and inside here is the white panel. Now this is where you would write your message. Alright, and we're just going to put that right up against the edge there and line it up with the edge of our paper, and then just pop that down. Now if you don't have liquid glue, double-sided tape works just as well. Okay, so the next thing is we've got a piece of vellum which we're going to use as our center piece, and then a smaller piece of basic white. And what I've got here is 3 little teacups, and you can put them in whatever order, and a little teaspoon. It's up to you how you do this bit. If you want to pop it on, these actually these actually work really well together. This is a little slit. Let me move that out of the way. This is a little slit here, and they actually sit quite nicely inside there. But also what sits quite nicely inside there is the spoon. So let me grab that one. They're already kind of, put it yellow at the top. I just want my handles going different directions. You could put them all going the same way if you want to. And then I can alternate them like so. And I've got a little spoon, which you could put, this part here is up to you. You could put in the cup. Now they can sit there like that, or if you prefer, you can pop your white behind the vellum and then pop your teacups. It doesn't have to sit within it. And then what I've got is a piece here that I've stamped "Thanks so much," and I might just with a bit of ribbon. Now the ribbon you'll need to cut. I will have it in a strip for you in your pack with your paper, so separate to your kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to center this in here, and I'm going to pop some glue on here, and we're just going to put some glue on the last third, so then I can get it about center, and then I can check. If I need to, I can move it over a bit so that it's centered, like so. That's the one thing that I like about, or not the only thing, but one of the things that I like about the liquid glue is that you've got a little bit of wiggle room. And then the vellum just kind of gives it a bit of texture, something different. I might pop that on first. Now double-sided tape is best for our ribbon and for our vellum. So because vellum is see-through, you will see your adhesive. So if you pop it down, decide where your cups are going to go. Because I'm going to put my sentiment down here, I'm going to have my cups a little bit higher. So I want to have my tape where my cups will be, and then also, and then that's going to adhere it to my white. I've just got that in the wrong place, so I'm going to have to do it this way. So put your adhesive so that it's not going to come over here. So you want it to be opening like that. So I'm going to put my tape, that isn't going to work actually, that way. So you can, I don't know if you can see that ever so slightly there. So it's not as noticeable, but it's not center. So it just came off my okay, and then we'll put some tape on the ribbon. Glue will work, you just need to be patient with the glue, and you need to just let it sit. Now one of the key things with double-sided tape is you need to make sure that it's burnished onto the ribbon, and that will make it come off a little bit easier as well. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals in for you so that you can pop your sentiment on, and it will sit center there. Whoops. And then we'll just put our teacups back together. Your teacups might go in the same direction as mine, they might not. It just depends on the cutting of them when I cut them out. Actually, I might put them like that. So again, I'm going to use some dimensionals which I'll pop into your kit. strip of them. So I want one to kind of be, and then you can just overlap like that. And then I'm going to put a little tiny one just on the handle just to keep it in place. If you don't have something like a piercing tool or something to pick it up with, your scissors work really well. So that, and then I'm going to pop it underneath here. Oops. Like that, and then that's your card. Card number 1. Done. I just like to burnish that again once it's all kind of done. And then that is our card number 1.